All right, welcome back, Prospect Live viewers, to another 2020 MLB Draft team preview. We're breaking down the San Francisco Giants today, organization that over the last few years has really revamped their farm system. They've added a lot of high-end talent, really not only through the draft over the last couple of years with picks like Hunter Bishop and Joey Bart, and even Helio Ramos. Obviously, the first two are high-end talent that was also on the college side, so there's some benefit to that. But they've also been huge players in the international market and developing players consistently, one of the more buzzy complexes. So I am bringing, of course, along with me today, Joe Doyle. I'll kick it over to you. Let's pull up our graphic here. Joe, what are your thoughts in terms of the directions that you think San Francisco could go this year? They seem like one of those picks that's kind of a pivot point here in the first round.
Yeah, so this is Farhan's second draft with the Giants after spending 4 years with the Dodgers. And his philosophy in LA was safety. Take college players, take guys that are going to, at very least, reach their major league floor and contribute to the big league ball club while the team spends oodles of money. But the crazy thing is, as you can see here, he has selected a Louisville or Vandy player 5 years in a row in the first 5 rounds of each draft. And it just so happens that one Reed Detmers will quite possibly, probably a 50-50 shot, be sitting there at number 11. He's probably the best Louisville pitcher that will come out of this bunch of 5 or 6 years. So has there ever been a match made more in heaven? I mean, this guy's got Farhan written all over him. So yeah, I think Detmers is a great pick for the Giants. They need pitching help. I mean, their minor league system right now for arms is decimated. I love the Bishop, the Joey Barts, the Helio Ramos. They've got Marco Luciano coming. I mean, they've got a pretty good lineup on the horizon a couple years from now, and they're also clearing the payroll. So, time to start infusing some talent into the arms in that system. And Detmers, I mean, the floor and the ceiling margin for this guy is razor thin. He's probably going to be a 4 at worst, and he's probably going to be a 3 at best. But with that curveball and the cutter and the fastball and his command, it's hard to imagine him fizzling out. I mean, the guy is he's just dripping with polish. He's a great college pitcher.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I totally agree, and I feel like he's one of those guys that could go there. But San Francisco's an interesting team as well because we know they're one of the richer teams as well in the league. Do you feel like there's anybody potentially they could go after and maybe not necessarily go underslot, but they could probably overpay some of these prep guys that could potentially drop out of the first round with teams around them on both sides, rumored to be going underslot? Is there anybody that sticks out to you? Anyone you've heard maybe on the prep side potentially rumored to San Francisco?
Yeah, I know San Francisco's they've been in contact quite a bit with Tyler Soderstrom. They're all over him. Again, not a catcher, not going to stick at the position. He's probably going to move to third base, but just a really loud bat. I mean, imagining Tyler Soderstrom knocking 24 bombs into McCovey Cove is really tantalizing. That being said, he's a prep. He's going to take 4 years to develop. It's going to be a while. And some of their other guys, their Lucianos, their Barts, their everyone else, they're probably closer to a 2 or 3 year window. So, like I said, they are gutting the payroll. They're going to be able to start spending here again in a couple of years once some of these bigger contracts come off the books. And San Francisco is always a team to watch. They are never dormant for long. And but I would be surprised if they ended up with someone other than Soderstrom or Reed Detmers. I think those two just make so much sense.
All right, last question is we always ask on this show. Where would you go if you're the GM of the San Francisco Giants, Joe?
I would go pitching. It doesn't matter if it's Reed Detmers. If by some miracle Max Meyer falls to them, which I don't think that's going to happen, that's a slam dunk. Emerson Hancock probably doesn't get there either. But yeah, I think given the state of their farm, given the state of their rotation options for the foreseeable future, I just think pitching makes the most sense. And Reed Detmers represents a great value both in floor and ceiling. And he's Farhan's kind of guy. So I think Farhan and I have something in common here. I think Reed Detmers is a perfect selection.
Well, there you have it. Reed Detmers is going to be the pick for the San Francisco Giants. Who knows? Thanks for joining us. Thanks for tuning in. Joe, thanks for joining me. That was the 2020 MLB Draft team preview for the San Francisco Giants. We'll be back with another.